Hello, welcome to my first stand-up of the quarter. So, as you can see, quite a lot to cover today. We'll get right into it. I think rather than listing all of these things, um, it's lots of small tasks which mostly contribute to the same thing, and I was able to do so much work since this sprint was over Easter Easter weekend. So two bank holidays, lots of time, lots of extra time to get stuff done. But anyway, right into it. The main, essentially, all of these tasks are to do with new, uh, new development style that I'd like to adopt, which I spoke about in my quarterly review, and that is a more AI driven development process, which I can actually drive from my phone. So the concept here is last sprint I set up the Claude Code Telegram bot so I can message Claude from Telegram, and that was it pretty much last sprint. Whereas this sprint I set up a few things. It can now access my GitHub so it can check issues and pull requests there, which repos are available. I've also added .NET and Node to the image of the pod where Claude is running, so it can now build the code and validate that any code changes it's made are valid there. I have also set up some initial rules. This just helps Claude refresh the GitHub token, which gives it access to my repositories. And then I've also set up a load of instructions in the web template for how to the architecture of the backend and the front end, backend front end integration, this kind of context that the AI obviously needs, as well as a full AI development lifecycle. And I think I will create a separate video. You can see I've added this as a backlog item to go into more depth on this, but essentially what I want to do here is I want to be able to write GitHub issues and have the AI automatically pick these up, write code for it, open a PR. I can then review the PR, leave any comments, and the AI will automatically address those comments, push new code, and then I can go and manually merge the code, raise new issues, etc. So you can see the lifecycle there. Currently what I have is I can raise issues, I can have these PR comments, but I need to go to Telegram at the moment and say, please check for unaddressed items, and it will go and do it. And pretty happy with where I'm at. That's as a result of all this work in the current sprint. And yeah, really happy with that. I think still got a lot of work to do. The AI still needs to be handheld very much, still need to push it along on its journey, but it's very promising, and yeah, looking forward to seeing how this develops. Just scanning through the rest of the items. Another thing which I haven't really mentioned here is I upgraded node memory of the nodes in my cluster to 12 gigabytes from 8 gigabytes. So now I have two nodes with 12 gigabytes in my cluster. This, well, essentially I was finding that the CPU was not really being used at all compared to the memory usage, which was at about 70%. So I thought I'd increase to use all of the free quota memory, and that's now reduced it to about 20% usage. So very happy with that. Anything else here? Oh, macro metrics project. This is a new project which I've been working on. I won't go into too much detail about what that is. I think maybe I'll show that when I've got the MVP. But this project I've been undergoing, it's not a big project really. So I thought take the opportunity to try and do this completely AI driven from my phone. And it's going well. Been able to raise a PR with the backend skeleton at the moment. Yeah, and I'm kind of using this as a pilot to figure out where the gaps are in the web template and the AI development lifecycle, and try and refine this a little bit before I work on a bigger project. I've also added a new project idea reveal, which I'll do next sprint, because I still want to try and hit that one project idea video every month goal. I've moved annual beers to on hold since I haven't been working on it. I don't have any immediate plans to work on it, so just move that out of the ongoing state. And then yeah, just quickly go through next sprint's goals. So this one is about automating, instead of having to message Telegram every time I want Claude to go and pick up these tasks, I want to have this automated using GitHub webhooks. I want to post this new project idea video, which I just spoke about, and I want to continue with that macro metrics development and continue to refine the web template. Another thing I kind of wanted to mention is, as part of this, I've started to make some of my repos public. At the moment, I think that includes my web template, this website, balantheorem.co.uk. I think the config I've used to deploy Claude code to my Kubernetes cluster. Just a few things I wanted to share. I was a bit nervous to make these public, but I think it's kind of in the spirit of Project North Star and focusing on building this platform, trying to engage you guys. So please feel free to go and have a look at those. All of the AI specs and everything will be included there as well. So leave any comments if you have any questions, or you want me to make any specific videos on this kind of thing. But yeah, other than that, that wraps up this stand-up. Gone into a lot less detail this time, but there's quite a lot of stuff there. Feel free to go and have a look at balantheorem.co.uk. You can go and see my boards there and go and read in a bit more detail what I'm actually up to. But yeah, that's my update for the sprint. Thank you very much for listening. Please leave a like, and I hope to see you next time. Thank you very much.